Alright guys, Escaped Alien here, and today we're going to be doing the Elestrals February giveaway. But first I thought it might be fun to go over what a master set looks like. This is my master set for Elestrals for the Kickstarter edition. Super stoked to have put this together. It was kind of an obsession of mine when the Kickstarter first got released and we all got the product in our hands. Opened plenty of pretty much everything. Booster boxes, SD decks, the blister packs. It's really chasing a lot of the Stellars and making sure I could get this entire master set together. So thought it would just be fun to go through and see what a completed master set for Elestrals looks like, and then we'll go into the giveaway announcement. But first, let's go ahead and switch to human hands. Now that's better. So as far as this master set goes, I didn't include any of the Stellar cards because they're frankly too expensive to hunt down, and I kind of feel like it's something separate from what a master set would be considered. But what this does include is it includes all the promo items and a single card from every SD deck. The numbering system for Elestrals is super easy. You see the numbers in the lower right corner. For Kickstarter, it says BS1 dash and then whatever that card's number is. But you had cards like the promo cards, which I believe are PR. You had the art series, which is AC, then the number, and then you also had the SD decks. There's 5 SD decks in the Kickstarter, and those SD decks start with SD1, SD2, SD3, SD4, SD5, and then the number of the cards. So I included one of each of those. So I'd say this is definitely a proper master set. Alright, so you'll see the box topper Pantera, your 5 basic spirit types, and one really nice thing about the master set is that all the colors are numbered together for the most part, and I just think that was a really good move. It makes it look really nice. Another thing about the master set that made it super easy to complete, when there's a card that's a holo, such as Spinosect here, it is just a holo Spinosect. You're not going to have to hunt down the reverse holo port edition of it. You're not going to find like a non-holo version. If you have a holo card, that card is just going to be holo. Start getting more into the reds, got the blues over here. So that numbering that I was talking about, you're going to see it down here in the lower right. And then over here, you would see the Kickstarter symbol to represent that it's base set Kickstarter. So in base set, there's essentially 4 different spirit color types, or excuse me, 5. And then you have the Ruins, which kind of has its own coloration. It's more of like a rainbow color. Let's go ahead and kick off the first giveaway question for March. What I want to know is, what is your favorite card from the Elestrals Kickstarter set? Just push this page down so you can see it. So now we start getting into some of the full arts. These are the demigod cards. People also forget the other word that they call them. Divine cards, I believe. So there's 5 of the kind of demigod style cards. You have Demeter, Hephaestus, Poseidon, Zeus, and Aeolus. Now you start getting into some of those ruin cards that I was talking about, so it's kind of more of like a rainbowish pattern to them. And then over here you start seeing some of the other full art cards. So these are just basically, high power Elestrals, final form of them. So in Elestrals you'll see these cards represented as some of them are holos, some of them are just regular rare cards, but there's actually a decent amount of them. So for the demigod cards, you had 5. For these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. a decent amount of those. Then you start going into, so these are the alt cards. So there was 5 alt spirits that you can pull. The pull rate for the full arts and the alt cards was you would get 1 of each typically per booster box, and then it was randomized throughout the blisters. So pretty hard to get all of them. You definitely have to do some trading, or sell your extras to buy the ones that you need on the secondary market. But it was definitely achievable. Elestrals has a solid community. They really like helping each other out. Typically, if I were to average out all the full art cards, you're probably going to see them for around the $100 range a piece on the secondary market. And then if you're going to go for the alt arts, depending on which one, you can kind of see them range between like $15 and $35. So then we're going to move into the promo cards. So these 5 of the spirit cards, these ones came from the blisters. So you get 1 of these per blister type. So there's 5 different types there, and these were labeled as the promo 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then you started the actual promo pack, and this was a Kickstarter exclusive pack. So you would get 1 pack per backer, and then some of them were sold after the Kickstarter was over. Whatever extras were sold on the website. But these cards are actually, they're kind of hard to get, and I think they're going to be a little bit harder to get later on. It's kind of more considered deck bling, but you also got some cards that would tease a little bit of what was coming out in the sets to come. So, I think it was fun because it kind of has a little bit of a different art style to it. You kind of have Elestrals that don't have the normal color scheme, almost like the Pokemon Shinies. Flurmine, this was teased. It's a Frost Spirit, so this is going to come out in the 2nd official set. You have 1st edition coming out, which is a reprint of Kickstarter, but Flurmine is the next spirit to come out in the set Frostfall. So, looks like the promo cards end at 32 for Kickstarter. So you want to have 1 through 32. Next up, we're getting into the Artist Collection series. So that's AC1, and then it dashes the numbers. So what this was an additional add-on on the Kickstarter, where I believe how it worked was the artist kind of had a little more free reign over their art style when creating the Elestrals. So you see kind of more, art style that probably was a little more akin to early Pokemon. Some of them, let's see, I know some of them had, this one's more like a digital art. So pretty cool. I mean, like I said, once again, kind of more deck bling than anything. Then here you have a metal card. This was a metal Pantera card. I believe the requirement to get this card, it was during Kickstarter. You had to back at $500 or more per tier. And then every tier after that, you would also, it included that no matter what tier above $500 that you backed. Right here I just have a little rule books. I felt like it was a good addition to this. And then you start getting into the starter deck cards. So again, they are labeled by SD, and then it's 1 through 5. So I just thought, I should probably have, since it's numbered differently, even though a lot of these cards are included in the base set, I thought it just made sense to include them, at least 1 of each, for the sake of the numbers. And then you had Centaur, for instance, which was a holo card in the SD decks. So the main Elestral that you had for that SD theme was holofoil in this. And then you also had some cards which were SD exclusives. Now I'm not sure if in the future, I think Dan said he's going to move away from doing SD exclusives. Didn't make it super hard to get these cards, because plenty of these SD decks did get open. But it's going to make it even easier if they're just included in the base set and then maybe have an SD variant. So I think that's the way he's going to go later on. But, like I said, it wasn't super hard to get these if you needed them for deck building outside of the SD decks. So you had exclusives such as Poison Tipped Arrow. That's one that's like super popular for play. There you go. There's another example of a holo. Things like Humbus. Sometimes if it was exclusive, it was just exclusive as far as the artwork went, not necessarily the card itself. Magesian holo. So Oistress, another example of an SD exclusive. Toxeon and Galvenom, I believe those are SD exclusives, Unfurial and Hollow. And in these, you'll also see, so even if they include multiple spirit types, these also are numbered different based off the SD deck. So, you know, kind of weird having the same exact artwork and card in the master set numerous times, but just for the sake of being a completionist, I thought because it has the different number sequence, should probably be included one of each. Boombat, so I think this is one that you could pull in the regular master set, but it's different artwork. So your Pantera. And moving on to the last page. Last thing I included, just for the sake of being a completionist as well, was this is a you know, it's kind of like a cheat sheet card, so you can see what your different phases are, and I'm sure on the other side it's got more information. But anyways, that's what a master set for Elestrals Kickstarter looks like. You know, then they had the Kickstarter exclusive binder. I believe in future sets, you know, a lot of people had complaints about it being a 3-ring binder and the fact that the 9-pocket sleeves are, you know, top loading. A lot of people don't like that. I didn't really have too much of a problem with it. I kind of like that you could add and take away pages as needed. Made it a little easier when you had to add cards, or, you know, obviously I just counted it out. But I believe he's moving to more portfolio style in the future with the side loading pockets. So I actually have 2 of these master Kickstarter sets, and I've been contemplating selling the second one just to give me some extra money to buy into the newer sets that are coming out. It's obviously really cool having 2 master sets of Kickstarter, but you know, I have a goal to try to complete every Elestral set that comes out. That includes like the ancillary products such as Shattered Stars. So it's kind of hard to justify having 2 of these. So you may see me post on the secondary market Discord or on eBay my second master set to try to fund my Frostfall purchase coming out, and, you know, trying to backfill some of the first edition cards when they come out and I start working on that master set as well. But we'll see. I'm still trying to decide on that. I'd love to make up the money some other way so I didn't have to get rid of the second master set, but if I got to do it, you know, I really want to see the new cards. I want to have all the new cards. So I kind of feel like from a collector's standpoint, that's what would make sense. Anyways, I hope that was fun to watch, and I'm not sure if there's any other master set videos out there yet that kind of show you what every single card actually looks like in the binder. But let's go ahead and get into the giveaway now. All right, so here we are. We are going to do a duck race for the February giveaway for Elestrals. I have everybody's names entered here on their ducks. You had up to 3 opportunities to enter this giveaway, so up to 3 entry opportunities for the qualifying videos. Remember, the rules for my giveaways are that you leave a comment, you answer whatever the prompt is in the video, leave a comment, and you're allowed to, any Elestrals video basically gets you an opportunity for 1 entry into the giveaway. So keep an eye out for March. There was a March prompt in this video, and we'll go ahead and do it again. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so it looks like Run It Back has a start, Cerulean is taking the lead here. Run It Back with a small lead. And it looks like Cutthroat Zoo with the striped duck in the lead. We also have Frank Can 15th, the Mohawk, Cerulean coming up again. Looks like Shadow Walkers, drop back, Run It Back is starting to push for that lead with his little Viking hat. Cerulean and Frank Can consistently in the lead now. It looks like Frank Can has a slight lead with his Mohawk. Shadow Walkers. Oh, almost taking the lead with his policeman, Doug. A slight lead for Shadow Walkers. See, looks like Cutthroat Zoo with his Stripe Duck. Small lead. Run it back with his Old Man Businessman Duck. Oh, the Founding Father Ducks from Sir Lily now taking the lead. Last 10 seconds here. Cutthroat Zoo with a Superman Duck taking the lead. Let's see if he crossed the finish line. And yes. Cutthroat Zoo, congratulations. You are the first giveaway winner. And thank you for entering 3 times. All my contact information are always in the description of my videos. So go ahead and reach out to me and we'll go send off that Kickstarter holo to you. All right, guys. Well, thanks for entering. Make sure to enter March's giveaway. And then remember, all of your entries will be put together for an end of the year full art giveaway. Those typically are $100 cards as of the current market. So you definitely want to make sure that you're getting your comments in. I'll see you guys next time.